All right, so today, 3.5, we're solving two-step equations and inequalities just like we did on Tuesday. However, on Tuesday we were only dealing with adding, subtracting, and multiplying, right? Terms that were being multiplied. Today we also have division in there, okay? So all we're doing today is just a bunch of examples. Now remember, this is just like Tuesday. You don't need to write the answers in here. I only put it in because your homework has problems like this. What I want you to do is follow along with me on solving the problem. Okay, so example number 1. X over 7 plus 1 equals 8. Now the steps to solving these are exactly the same as what we've been doing. So the first thing we need to look at is what side of the equation is the variable on? What side is it on? X is on the left or the right? On the left. So the variable is on the left-hand side. Now we want to see, is there a number being added or subtracted to that side? On the left? Yes, there's a number being added. We have 1 being added, so we need to get rid of plus 1. How do I get rid of plus 1? Very good. I subtract 1 from both sides. Because positive 1 minus 1 gives me 0. So what's left on the left-hand side? X over 7 equals 8 minus 1? 7. Oh wait, I forgot to answer the question. Yep. Okay, now let's look at the next question. Is there a number next to or under the variable? Yeah, this time we have X over 7, so yes. So what do we need to do to get rid of that division? What's the opposite of division? Exactly. We multiply 7 by both sides. Or multiply both sides by 7, I should say. So we have 7 divided by 7, which gives me 1. So we're left with just X by itself on the left. And 7 times 7? 49. So we box our answer. And then let's check it. So who can remind me how I check my answer? Bree, how do I check my answer? Exactly. I plug 49 back into the original equation. So we have 49 over 7 plus 1, and we want that to equal 8. We don't know if it does yet. Okay, so now order of operations. 49 divided by 7 gives me? 7. Good. 7 plus 1 equals 8. And 7 plus 1 equals? 8. So we get 8 equals 8. Is that a true statement? Yes, it is. So we got the correct answer. Okay, so example 2. X divided by 2 plus 3 equals 5. Okay, so exact same steps as what we've been doing before. To get rid, first thing I need to do is get rid of that plus 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. Because positive 3 minus 3 gives me 0, so they cancel. So on the left-hand side, I am left with X divided by 2 equals 5 minus 3, which is 2. Now I want to get rid of that divided by 2. So I'm going to do the opposite of division, which is multiplication. So I multiply both sides by 2. Because 2 divided by 2 gives me 1, so I'm left with just X on the left-hand side equals 2 times 2 is 4. Let's check it. Okay, so check. Now I've said this a million times, so I'm going to say it 1,000,001. How do I check my answer? Exactly. We plug it back in. So wherever we see x, we're going to plug in 4. So we get 4 divided by 2 plus 3 equals 5, or that's what we want it to equal. 4 divided by 2 gives me 2 plus 3 equals 5. And 2 plus 3? 5 equals 5. Is that a true statement? Yes, it is. So we did get the correct answer. Check mark. So example 3, we have x divided by -2 plus 1 equals 15. So to solve, I need a volunteer who can tell me what I do first. Jerry, what do I do first? Exactly, I subtract 1 from both sides. Because 1 minus 1 is 0. So on the left-hand side, I have x divided by -2 equals 15 minus 1? 14. Okay. So what is my next step? Who can tell me? Exactly. I multiply both sides by -2. So let's multiply by -2. -2 divided by -2 is? 4. Divided. +1. So we get x equals -14 times +14 times -2. -28. And then everybody, what do? We plug it in. You guys remember the air freshener commercials? Plug it in, plug it in. That's what we're doing. I don't think it's Febreze. So let's plug it in. -28 divided by -2 plus 1. And we want that to come out to +15. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, -28 divided by -2. What is that going to give me? +14. Good. Plus 1 equals 15. Yeah, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Oh, +14. Okay, and 14 plus 1 is? Guys, thank you. 15 equals 15. Is that true? Yes, it is. So we're good. So example 4, we have something that looks a little bit different, but really we're just going to do the exact same thing. Okay? So who can tell me what I need to do first? Nikki, what am I going to do first?
Add 8 to both sides.
Exactly. I have a -8 here. It doesn't matter that it comes before the variable, but because it's a -8, I need to do the opposite and add 8 to both sides. -8 plus 8, what does that give me?
1.
0. So on the left-hand side, I have x over 4. What happens to that less than sign?
It comes straight down.
It comes straight down. Good. We don't change it. So I should not see anybody changing an inequality to an equal sign, correct? Okay. 12 plus 8. 20. Okay. And second step is what? Anthony, what's my second step? Exactly. I multiply not just 4 by 20, but 4 on both sides, right? Yeah. So I multiply both sides by 4, because 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. So I have x less than, the sign still comes straight down, 20 times 4. 80. So this would be my answer.
Let's check it.
Okay, let's check it. Noah, you sound so excited to check your answer. So to check it, what do we do? This is x less than 80, so what do I need to plug in? Can I plug in 80? No, why not? Because it's less than. So what's the second best number? 79. That's kind of complicated, right? So let's do something nice that's less than 80. I don't know. 1?
32.
59.
Oh my gosh. How about 60?
But you have to pick 60.
I don't know. Just do 8? 7? Yes, we do. Okay. Well, let's plug in 79. Why not? 79 divided by 4. Less than 12. Okay, 79 divided by 4. I'm going to do that off to the side. 4 goes into 79. 4 goes into 7. 1. 4. And 4 goes into 39. 9 times. Because that gives me 36. So I'm left with a remainder of 3. What do I do with remainders? I can either make it a decimal or I can make it a fraction, right? This is the same as 3/4. So we have negative 8 plus 19 and 3/4 less than 12. Okay. So let's subtract these two things. I ran out of scratch room. So 19 and 3/4 minus 8. Okay. So what do I do?
8 is 1 whole, so you go down to 7 and make it a fraction of 1.
You are so good. Okay, 8 is a whole, right? Yeah? Okay, so isn't this the same as 7 and 4/4?
Oh, you make it a 1 whole.
Yeah, right? 7 is still 7, and 4/4 is how many? It's a whole, right? So 7 and 4/4, oh, you guys can't even see it. 7 and 4/4 is still 8. Does everybody agree with that? No? Okay, so what do? We subtract the fractions 3/4 minus 4/4. What does that give me? We have to borrow, right? Okay, so we're going to borrow from the 9. And that becomes an 8. Now we're borrowing a whole from the 9. How many fourths are we borrowing? 4. So that 3/4 changes to a 7/4. 7 minus 4. 3/4. 8 minus 7? Or 18 minus 7 is 11. 11 and 3/4. Is 11 and 3/4 less than 12? Yes. So we did get the correct answer. Good job, you guys. I'm impressed. Could we have also just subtracted the whole numbers and brought the 3/4 down?
Why don't we do that? This is a little more easier.
We could have. Alright guys, so example 5, x over 2 plus 3